Our featured speaker is a talent strategist, entrepreneur, speaker, business innovator, and creator of Driven From Within, Horsepowered, and Barn Bootcamp. She believes employee happiness is the ultimate profit driver. Please welcome the Queen of Horsepower, Shari Pheasant.
I am wowed by the greatness that surrounds me in this room today at Harvard. And I'm excited to be invited by the Entrepreneurship Club to share my thoughts as a leader, a disruptor, and a fellow entrepreneur. 16 years ago, after an emergency surgery, peritonitic and poisoned, with only a 10% chance of waking up, I did wake up. And there it was, a bag attached to my stomach. And I was wide open from where my belly button once was to, well, there, about 12 inches, 4 inches wide, and because of my 300-pound weight, 3 inches deep. It almost cost me my life because I made a personal choice to make it my business to be on the forefront of a national problem needing a solution: bullying. I was able to influence and take part in the very first bully-free task force in our nation 3 years prior to Columbine, and it's a national effort today. That's when I realized I am a visionary. I'm a transformational catalyst and a human capital strategist. Where did all that start? Well, at the young age of 14, I was already solutionizing, coming from a broken, volatile home when I turned myself in to Child Protective Services to be placed in a foster home. You can imagine, I literally was an emotional mess back then. I still wet the bed, felt lonely, unloved, and had no direction. But only 1 year later, at 15, almost 40 years ago, I read Zig Ziglar's book, See You at the Top. That moment changed my life and had a substantial influence on my career because at 24, I was managing 5 clothing stores, 120 female employees, producing $8.2 million a year. That was my last corporate job 30 years ago. That's when I became an entrepreneur. Since then, I've consulted hundreds of people across several industries. One of my successful ventures is an award-winning automotive service shop that my husband and I have scaled to a current valuation of $4.2 million. But if you know the entrepreneur story, it's never enough. Business and having an impact runs in my blood. And that requires balance. Fellow entrepreneurs, today I caution you because it's been a pretty hard lesson for me. I mean, it almost killed me. Balance your time. Pick your priorities and learn to say no. In January 2001, I woke up with a colostomy bag after almost dying because I couldn't. That moment changed my life too. Now, for the past 5 years, it's been my business to build the profitability in your business through people. What I learned from Zig was right. You build people first and then they build the business. In a nutshell, employee happiness is the ultimate profit driver, and transparency is vital in order to build your business's biggest asset, human capital potential. And in today's market, as leaders, you have to identify your how and your why and expose them in order to connect for profits. Leaders that act like lions, I know already, just ask me, or ostriches, they hide their head in the sand, won't succeed anymore. 71% of our workforce is disengaged by their own admission. And leaders, we're not paying attention. Business owners, we're losing $450 to $550 billion a year. Employees feel employers don't understand them. And it's true. So employees show up for a paycheck, do what is necessary to keep their job, but they're not engaged. The new workforce wants caring and connected managers and to be involved in a unique and genuine culture. To do this, you're going to have to expose your how and your why and get naked. I said it. That's what I said, naked. Before you understand and connect to anyone, you have to know yourself. And you have to be comfortable naked. To connect to you, and in order to connect to you today, I'm willing to go first and get naked at this event. I've already done it if you looked in your bags. If you did, you saw my gift, my invitation to you, my naked, scientific evidence of who I am from the inside out. That's what I meant by naked. What were you thinking? Oh, and this is your moment. This is your invitation to get naked with me. So don't be a lion or an ostrich. Take the time to scientifically know yourself, understand others, and bridge the gap between you. Build success through people. Be transparent, get comfortable, and get naked.
Great job.